Alright, well, um, I keep on going to sleep, but it's not, it doesn't change anything. It never changes anything. Okay, oh, I'm already flickering. Fucking A, man. One of these labs? I need to do stuff here, I think. Can I eat a burgie here? Give me some food. I'm hungry. Okay. Do I need a fucking another one, dude? I need so much goddamn money. Maybe I need to go mushroom hunting. So we'll do a 4 here. We'll get some more spores. Alright. Now, put some more spores in here. Oh, hold on. No, it has to be in here? No, that's just the commune. The aviary? Okay. One more. Cool. Fungal bed. Do I have to wait 2 days? Or 4 days? I can't see. Oh, it's 4 days. God damn. That shit takes time. I guess we help our buddies, right? Can help the dust house, I guess. Oh, that shit makes me tired as fuck. Okay. At least I'm making myself useful. Pilgrim seed. Okay, that's gonna complete itself eventually. Both of those are risky. But it's better to do this one. Dude, taking a handful of jobs and work through them, sharing tips and chatting with you can feel them warming up to you. Yeah, they're liking me. They like me. They really like me. It's like a 4 on this. Let's do some system repair works. Yeah. They really like me. Then we go Betty bye. Not feeling our best right now. But that's fine. Ooh. We'll go back to the dirt house. Yeah, let's do this. Perfect. How about take one of these 6s over here? Actually, I don't even need that shit. No, let's just do it at the dirt house. The dirt place. Aki warned you that if you wanted to learn about the winds long shadow, you need to prove your... We repaired a lot of systems, so Aki, what's up? I see you've been contributing. Aki stands next to you at the dust house window. I was unsure what to expect when we joined the flotilla on its voyage to the Eye, but after the journey across the system, and the quarantine, and the flux reaching all the way out here too, Aki stops herself. Thank you. She bows a little. The other ships have only been interested in sending us supplies, but we grow all we need. She gestures at the dust house. What the dust house needs, what the dust houses need, that is a problem that concerns us. She smiles and turns to you. Shall we go inside? Into the dust house? Where else? She taps away at the panel by the window. Seems only fair that after your help with the support systems, you get to see what it is that you are maintaining. Aki leads you to an opening beside the window. You pass through a dark changing room. You notice Aki is sliding on an oxygen mask and visor. She looks at the swirling dust inside. Inside it's just like Ember's step. Thin atmosphere, constant dust storms. Nothing that will bother you. She passes you a mask. The dust isn't exactly pleasant to inhale, however, so take this. You hold it to your face. She leads you through a short decontamination tunnel with its fizzling panels and purifying light, and then through into the dust house. Immediately the wind and the heat hits you. You feel the rough waves of dust scattering across your face and peer through the amber murk. Your feet slide on shifting piles of sand. Welcome to STEP. Or an emulation of it, at least. Aki's voice sounds distant, echoey. The terraforming process only managed to provide a limited atmosphere around the moon, one of which is slowly escaping. It's been like that since I was born, so I got used to the idea. You catch her bright eyes through the amber dust. So did everything else that lives there. You feel something hard beneath your feet, beneath the sand, like a coil of rope. What is under the sand? This is silk? Steppe silk. It's one of the plants we establish on Steppe. She kicks away some red sand. Like any blast fiber, it can be retted and woven into clothes. I'm wearing some made it from it myself. Oh, so these are... Steppe silk. It's one of the many species adapted to steppe since the Solheim collapse, which is why it must be preserved. She stares out into the swirling dust. And as much a refugee as we are, the dust houses hold hundreds of other species. You look at the pale, unassuming root, threaded thinly through the sand. Aki watches you silently. Had enough? It will be easier to speak outside. Aki leads you back out through the decontamination tunnel, which blasts the dust from you with a burst of metallic-tasting air and into the changing room. Aki hangs up both the masks, patiently awaiting your questions. Why bring plants? I mean, she already said it was a Well, let's ask. Let's get more detail. Why bring plants with you? These are more than just plants. This is our way of life. Aki looks exhausted. Steppe silk cannot survive in any other conditions. Neither can the others. And Steppe itself. Aki pauses, pulling her shawl around her. She looks small and pale inside its layers. Steppe was already a doomed world, she sniffs. When Solheim gave the terraforming contract to Cybele, they believed they could build an atmosphere. But the moon's erratic orbit made it impossible to maintain. By the time of Solheim's collapse, the atmosphere was already fading, and Cybele's attention was on Ember's hearth. After the collapse, Cybele fell too. Its researchers scattered across the moons, and any central organization lost. Since then, my parents' generation worked tirelessly to survive, to adapt what we had to the failing moon. The steppe silk, the other adapted species, are the life's work of the Steppe's colonies. So when the flux started to collapse our computer systems, corrode and destroy our life support, our water supply, our agriculture, we had to leave. Aki sits heavily on a nearby bench. Soon the only traces of Steppe will be on the ship. Aki begins to cry quietly. You're unsure what to do. Let's not be a dickhead and ask more. Let's sit beside her. You sit on the bench beside her as she sobs. You understand why the ship, why the refugees from Steppe, are so different. The world was already dying when the flux arrived. Ember Steppe is a terraformed moon, a partial atmosphere where colonies, agriculture, a partial atmosphere, established colonies, agriculture. And yet when the flux event started, its people had yet to leave. You think of the eye, and the delicate web of decaying systems it rests upon. What hope does a ruined station have against a wave that corrupts, corrodes, and collapses? Aki interrupts your thoughts, rubbing her eyes. Not everyone left. There wasn't room to take all the people and fill the dust houses. My parents, their friends, and many others stayed. She sniffs. We carry the Steppe for them. Perhaps there is hope. We learn not to talk of hope on a dying world. There is meaning for them, and any future they can build within the time they have. She stands up. I wanted you to understand the importance of these dust houses, of what they contain. She leads you back into the out into the corridor. If the flux events continue to reach out to the eye, we need to build protections to ensure their safety. Thank you. Yeah. This is a good point. I can help. Aki smiles weakly. I knew it. You'll be welcome on the wind's long shadow whenever you wish. These dust houses are already decaying. I have seen it. She stares into the dust. We had thought that they would last longer, but that last flux event? Help us, she looks at you. Please. I will. When you're ready, we will begin the preparations for reinforcing the dust houses. We need to be ready for the next flux event. Aki's eyes shine with the last of her tears. She takes a breath. I will see you soon. Aki drifts away down the corridor, leaving you alone once more at the viewing window, watching the ragged, delicate traces of the moon known as Ember's Step. Damn. What do we got? Threes. Do more here? Oh. This one's better, right? Dust house shielding. Or step silk here. We'll do some step silk here. Bop. Hey, look at that. 3 preservations. And then we'll do some more jobs here. Look at that. We do good work, right? I think we do. So now we just go to bed? No, it's in the cycle. And the cycle of hatred. Oof. Good dorm. Let's get... No, let's not get that yet. I need food first. First off, I need food. Farm stacks. I'm hungry. Alright. Oh, fucking Peak is almost ready to talk. Let's help them out here. Let's roll. Oh, baby. Do some more jobs. What about here? Anything else? Oh, guess we don't need anything else here. Maybe I do get some more. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get 2 more spores, so we're ready for the next one. Oh, well, we need 3, but whatever. Doesn't matter, I guess. The dust houses, huh? We'll help them out at the silk. Actually, no. Let's help. Yeah, we'll finish this one off. I mean, it won't get us all the way there, but what? There we go. All right. Bedtime. Having some quick cycles now. How much longer? Is it 1 more? One more day. Just need one more of the club heads. Oh, so it can give me stabilizer. If I can get more club heads, that's all I really need is more club heads so I can start making more of these stabilizers. Well, let's finish this shit off. Last job. I didn't even socialize. I was just like, let me just do work here. Oh, a random scrap item. Hell yeah, we love that. Continue. Sleeper, Peter calls to you as you cross the axis. He's standing by the same railing as you saw him last time, and he beckons you over. I've been hearing things. Gives you a sidelong look. Good things? Peter smiles. Mostly. He rubs his hand together nervously. You wait for him to speak. You know, on song, I was a teacher. He glances at you, anticipating a response. Really? Peter sighs. Don't sound so surprised. Mechanical engineering. It's an essential subject on a moon where a single mechanical failure could mean the death of hundreds. He looks at the ground. The heat, the atmosphere, the radiation, all of it is hostile to us. My students knew this. Their work, their training, is respected. And as long as they were careful and respected song themselves, they could have their choice of colony placements. They were always in demand. Okay. That meant I was respected, surrounded by friends and colleagues, always able to call in favors and repay them like for like. He frowns. Song colonies are small, close-knit. We look after our own. When the flux events started hitting, colonies went dark overnight. We all knew what those kinds of failures meant. Like always, we lost more people than any of the other moons. He balls his hands into a tight fist. Not a single one of my students left Song. Damn, they are committed. Our future was cut off, just like that. My future? Our future was cut off, just like that. My future. He flexes his hand. What am I out here? What use am I? What am I out here? What use am I? Song is a fading memory. The systems we build there are useless outside its orbit. How am I supposed to move on from here? He looks at you. Eyes steely, gray, and glinting. Find someone to teach. Peter pauses, thinking. You don't give up, do you, Sleeper? You just keep going. Peter shakes his head. You remind me of a student of mine, one who entered the program from one of the smaller colonies. They didn't have the advantages of some of the others, but they were stubborn. Stubborn as hell. By the end of the program, they were the most skilled of their pairs. They didn't get the best assignment, maybe because they didn't spend much time making the kind of connections that would help you get there. Yeah, we weren't doing that either, we were just doing work. But that didn't matter, because I knew they would make the best of anything they set themselves to do. Peter is smiling now. Buoyed up a little by memory. Singers are stubborn, Sleeper. We aren't going to change easily. We won't forgive easily, or take help easily, but we'll hold strong. You can count on us for that. Peter stands from the railing. When you see Soul again, you can tell him that. You can tell him how the crew of Ember Song operate. Tell him we will resist. If that means resisting hostile imperialist ambitions, so be it. If it means resisting the flux, so be it. If it means to, as you have, help others resist those same pressures, so be it. Peter smiles, and then tell him to leave us alone. He turns, his step lighter, and heads off toward the center of the Axis' hub. Oh shit. Ooh, there we go. That's some good shit. Alright, let's get something good here. There we go. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Oh, just one more. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's end this cycle. The cycle of life and death. Oh, I'm fading. I think at this point I use one of my stabilizers. I don't get them back though, which kind of sucks, but I mean that's what it is, right? Where's the fuck was that? Weird. Okay, never mind. Let me get that aviary. I didn't get the club head. 2 random rare mushrooms. God damn it. Okay, whatever. Whatever, we'll put more into the aviary. Wait, hold on, what? Oh, I need a harvest. God damn it. I can make another one. There we go. I can make a stabilizer. That's insane. I'm really in the mood for a cheeseburger. Can I just grab a quick cheeseburger? What's here again? Oh. I mean, I guess I could put one of these in. Here. 10 cryo. I'll take that. Gives me a fucking cheeseburger. Hell yeah. A little less than a cheeseburger. I mean, it's not even a cheeseburger, it's fungus. I just imagine it's like a fungus cheeseburger. Almost enough for a fucking McDouble. Let's go. Yeah, it does give you more energy. I'd rather go out here for this because it gives me 1.5 more than the food in the Greenway. Because this gives me 3 and the one in the Greenway only gives me 2. It's way more worth it. Oh shit. Peek has some thoughts. You ever heard of can channel sleeper? Peek asked as soon as you entered the bay, as if you were in the middle of a conversation. There are heavy circles under their eyes, and you aren't sure if they've moved since you last visited. The console they are working at seems to have grown too, shadowing their slight frame in a wealth of screens and wires. Sorry, can channels. There are heavy... So she hasn't slept at all, or they haven't slept at all. No, it doesn't sound familiar. Peek turns to face you. Keomani's active negation. The name of the... Oh, can. Keomani's active negation. The name of the effect used to transport trillions of tons of material from the surrogate systems to the core. You might have heard of it in your physics classes. At XPR, they hammered the principle into us as kids. Can. Peek recites the definition as if in the classroom. A process of collapsing spatial causality along the Euclidean distance between 2 points by negating mass simultaneously at both ends of a geodesic... What the fuck? The process of collapsing... Collapsing spatial causality along the Euclidean distance by negating mass simultaneously at both... Can you explain? In English! In English, Peek! Essentially, can channels allow for the near instantaneous transport of raw materials between systems. They require huge volumes of energy, of course, and decades of construction. But once a can channel is established, it opens up system for infinite... So it's basically hyper travel for, like, raw materials. The backbone of surrogacy is what XPR called them. Peak shakes their head. They might not be able to send anything more complex than a rock through them. Complex machines and people are, or shall we say, reconfigured by the process. But for raw, molecularly pure materials, Peak flicks a hand. Whoosh. Where is... This is your research? Peak pauses. What I was trying to find out was whether the Helion system, this system, ever had a CAN channel. CAN channels are vastly expensive to build, to run. Not every surrogate system has one. Many use fraction drive ships to transport their materials to the nearest hub. But Solheim, Peak smiles, Solheim spared no expense when they established this system. There's a CAN channel? Yep, Peak's eyes light up. They shut it down before the collapse. They couldn't run the sender-receiver station anymore, but it was there. It still is, as far as I can tell, closely orbiting our star. In fact, Peak grins. They've been building to this. I'm sure it's still there, because one of the issues with CAN channels are the massive waves of exotic energy they can produce when cycling up. Oh. It's one of the issues with the flux. Exactly. Peak's face suddenly drops. Someone's starting up the channel. Why? Peak sucks in a breath. That, I don't know. They start counting off information on their fingers. They need a lot of resources to do it, and they need to have people from the core systems. But there's no real large-scale extraction in the Helion system anymore. So why would you go to the trouble? Maybe it's Solheim? Peak shakes their head. The company went under decades ago, Sleeper. We might not get much core news out here, but it seems unlikely. They pause. But I've also been thinking. Peak rubs their red eyes. The flux. The wave that CAN effect produces is a side effect. A problematic one, but it isn't a destructive force. If it was, the core systems would never be able to use it. So then why are colonies collapsing because of it? Why is it chewing through systems? So then why are colonies collapsing because of it? Why is it chewing through systems, the kind of industrial system set up to function within the range of a once active CAN channel? Peak is getting frustrated. Because of it. Something has changed with the CAN channel that's fucking everything over. The moons of Ember have been terraforming since before the collapse. They would have had to deal with the flux, yet everything we have heard from the refugees say it brought down every system they had. Peak falls quiet, thinking it all through. Your mind drifts too, thinking of the CAN channels. Those vast accusal highways that prop up the core systems. Their endless appetite for resources. The system has been quiet for decades, Solheim collapsed, most corporations have gave their claims, and apart from Celes ships that came to begin work on the Sidereal. Oh, I forgot the name of the ship was a Sidereal Horizon. That ship was named Sidereal Horizon. That's such a good name. No one from the core has come here in all that time. You shiver as you imagine the attention of the core, the systems of logic and exploitation that created you, created your suffering, churning toward the Helion system. A floodlight churned to this dark corner. A shrill bleep catches both of your attention, and Peak rushes to a screen, one showing a crude map of the station. On it, individual markers begin to flare up with insistent chirps. Peak looks puzzled for a moment, and then their faces drop. And then their face drops. No. They lean in close. That doesn't make any sense. What's happening? The flux nodes are appearing elsewhere on the station. Peak pulls at their hair. I set this system to alert me to other flux nodes near the epicenter of the flux event, but these are everywhere. The hub, the low end, the shipyard. Oh shit, so it has affected the eye. How can this happen? The only reason we saw flux nodes here is because it is the most run-down part of the station. They were barely shielded, but others appearing? So far after the event? Oh yeah, because they're... So, it's now affected the ones that have... Oh shit, okay. Peak transfer you. You're going to need to get me the data for these nodes, and quickly. I'll keep looking at what I have here, but I need to know why they're popping up everywhere. Right now? Right now. We can speak more about CAN channels and system history when you're back, but this needs our attention right now. He turns quickly back to the monitor, their eyes following scrolling screens of code and spewing from the newly fluxed nodes. You leave quickly, but struggle to shake the images of the spotlight from your mind. You feel washed as you cross back into the pilgrim seat, on your way to a shuttle bay. You hurry onward, eager to outrun the fear. Oh, fuck. We need 3 of these now. Oh, so now we have to go check these areas. Now let's cross. No. Oh, a Yadigan agent. Oh shit, we need good rolls for this. Yadigan, huh? Evanage. Oh shit! There's more shit here. Yeah, I do not have the shit needed for this. Okay, we'll cross. Dirt houses, huh? Ooh. That is a lot, actually. Can't do anything more there. Can I? If I try, I mean, it's a little risky, but I need to get as many growth spores as possible. Okay, 1. I'll take 1. Take 1. We'll live with that. That sounds pretty good. And then it's bedtime. It's bedtime for puppies.